Hey everybody, it's Ryan Keenan, and I am here with Jody Campfield, the mortgage broker in California. And Jody, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jody Canfield. I am the owner of Framework Lending. I have been doing this for more years than I care to admit, which is over 25 years. And I love working with realtors just like Ryan, who are professional and add value to their clients.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Of
Um,
course.
so today I wanted to talk more about the Dream for All down payment assistance program. Such a mouthful. It's like, come on, you can't come up with a better name than that. I,
Nope.
I challenge you. There's so many other things out there they could have called it, but it's just such a huge thing to say. Maybe we can like acronym it, like down payment
DPA.
DPA. There you go. Sounds like a beer. Okay, uh, so today we're going to talk about the Dream for All down payment assistance program, or as we just called it, DPA. And I've seen so many people on social media posting about it and
Mhm.
talking about it, but I wanted to go into more detail and thoroughly explain it from somebody such as yourself, who's been doing this for 25 years. You've done it all from, running your own business to doing processing to doing everything. So you're highly qualified to talk about this. And I wanted to dive into it so we can explain to everybody watching this what exactly this program is, who qualifies, how to qualify, and what the benefits are, as well as probably what the cons are of
Sure.
getting involved in this program. So let's start with what exactly is this program?
Sure. It's a program that it is administered by Cal HFA, and it is for California properties only. So you can't purchase property in Montana. It's for a
Dang.
primary residence. It's
Yeah.
for a single family condo or manufactured home, anything that has like a one unit. You could
Hmm.
look at maybe a ADU, but that is an exception basis. And you have to be a first time home buyer. And that means that you cannot have any property ownership for the last 3 years. They also do require homebuyer assistance education, which is great as well because it walks you through what homeownership looks like. And there are income limitations based on your county. So
Okay.
that's the big overview of the
Perfect.
program.
Awesome. So um how can people sign up for this if they're interested? If they're listening to this, they're like, "Oh, that's me. I want to try to give this a shot." Where do they go? How do they do that?
Sure. The first step is to make sure that you contact a lender that is approved to help you with this program. I have a partnership where I am approved, so you can reach out to me, or you can go on the California. If you Google California Dream for All, they have a website and you can look up the approved lenders there as well.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. So now that we explained a little bit more about it, what is the nitty-gritty details of this?
Sure. So for like in the county that you're in, the maximum income you can make is $178,000.
Mhm.
And
Which is
what they
Monterey
do,
County.
huh? Yes,
Which is
Monterey County.
Monterey County. It's different
Sorry.
for each county, correct?
It is, and
Okay.
there's a PDF table, so it just depends
Okay.
on what the average medium income is for your area, and it's a little bit higher than I would say if you're going to do like a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac product,
Mhm.
but it varies by county.
Mhm.
And from there, you take a look at what your income is versus what that maximum is. They give you 20% down on your purchase,
Mhm.
and I mean I could keep going.
Yeah, yeah, let's keep going.
Okay, so I think that some people may consider this a con, but it's kind of a wash. Is this is an equity share program. So they're giving you 20% down payment. You don't have a monthly payment on it. You don't repay it until you refinance, sell, or transfer the deed to your property.
Mhm.
And the way you do that is through the equity appreciation in your home. So say for instance, as an example, so we have round numbers. You purchase a $500,000 home. So your first mortgage would be 400,000 and you would get the $100,000 from the California Dream for All program. And then you get your home, you go on your merry way, and 5 years later you decide to sell your property. It's appreciated, your family's expanded, you're looking to move up. Well, at that time, your property is worth around $700,000, which is amazing. So then now you have a $200,000 appreciation, and this is where that equity share comes in, depending on what percentage of the maximum is. But just for round numbers, let's say you pay back, you're at 80 to 100% of that maximum annual income amount that you can have, which is $178,000 in your county. Then you're going to pay back 20% of that appreciation. So if you have a $200,000 appreciation, because remember your house is $700,000, you bought it for $500. Now you have $200,000 sitting there in appreciation, and then you're going to pay California Dream for All back 20% of that, which is $40,000.
Right.
Some people could think of that as a negative because it's $40,000. That's a lot of money.
Right.
The positive side of that is that they gave you $100,000 to help you buy a house with zero down payment, so that you got in the house. So you are walking away with additional equity that you can go to put down towards another house. So the money truly came from the house equity.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say, for instance, just two hypothetical situations that come to mind, and I'll put you on the spot a little bit. Hope you don't mind. Okay. So the first one is, let's say that you have negative appreciation in your house. Let's say that within 3 years of buying the house, the home price goes down, and your appreciation goes down. Maybe you bought in a neighborhood that's not really well kept, and a lot of the houses there are deferred maintenance and need a lot of work, and you're underwater in the house that you bought, and you have no equity. So what happens at that point?
Sure. So I believe the only in the last like 40 years, the only time that's happened is like right around 2008, 9, 10. I would have to take a look at the guidelines specifically to answer that question. However, I would say that if you are upside down in your house, you're not going to be refinancing it.
Right.
If you sold it, you would sell it at a loss. And I can't speak to what Cal HFA guidelines would be for that repayment.
Okay.
I would say they would have something in place. I don't think they currently have anything in place for that guideline because it's not expected.
Okay.
To be
all right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think anybody's expecting that. I'm just throwing the
That's a great
scenarios out
question
on the
though,
table.
because people are worried about, what if 2008, 9, and 10 happen again?
Right. Well, I mean, it's just, you just kind of have to consider these things. It's not instant. It's not like you buy a house and all of a sudden you're going to have equity, there are some things you just kind of have to think about, and I'm not suggesting anything is going to happen like that. I don't think anything's going to happen like that. I'm just putting scenarios out on the table.
Sure. I mean, just as a fun fact, the last 121 months, we have positive appreciation.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, the appreciation has been pretty amazing to watch, honestly. Just, people that haven't bought, like, will call me and be like, wow, I can't believe how much prices are going for now. And I'm like, yeah, well, we might be having this conversation the same time next year, because you might be in the same boat next year. If no pressure on anybody buying, but it's like, prices are probably going to continue to keep going up. So,
well, and that's why this is such a great program, because it does help those home buyers that don't have that 20% down. And it gets them into the home, because appreciation on a rental unit is 0%, and the interest rate is 100%, because you're not paying down any principal when you're renting a property, and you're not sharing in any of the owner's equity that they're gaining by you paying their mortgage.
Right. Yeah. So can you 1031 these? The Dream for All down payment assistance program?
I don't know if you can or not. I would say probably not.
Okay.
But that would be a question for a 1031 exchange company. And then we
Okay.
would contact Cal HFA and see what their guidelines are regarding that.
Okay. So that was pretty technical. So if thank you for sticking through that with us. If you're a viewer watching this, but you need to know this information, and everybody should know this information because this is a great program. So let's just recap a little bit.
Sure.
So basically, just just briefly in a nutshell, just talk about how the program works again, really quick, just so people can re-engage.
Perfect. It's for first-time home buyers that are buying a primary residence in California. California Dream for All will gift you will allow 20% of your down payment as it's not a gift, but it is a shared equity program. There is no repayment on there's not a monthly repayment amount on that 20% that they are putting towards your property, and it allows you to buy a home um, when you may not have that down payment, because I feel like doing this for so long, that is the struggle of a lot of first time home buyers, is getting that down payment saved up so that you have it so you can buy a property.
Awesome.
Gets you over that hurdle.
Sure, sure. No, that's great. And so as far as the qualification process goes, we kind of went through that a little bit, and you talked about the charts to be able to look it up in your county to see, what that income level is, because each county has a different income level as far as
Mm-hmm.
what you need to qualify. And let's talk a little bit about the availability of funds, because it's my understanding that there's not an unlimited amount. So it's kind of first come, first serve. Is that correct?
I believe that is the case. They haven't said exactly what their availability of funds are. I will say that the equity share portion, they're counting on this being around for a long time, because the equity share portion that they receive when the property is sold goes back into the fund to help new home buyers.
Okay, awesome. So that's going to be so the money that you're paying back for your equity when you sell the house, which could be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road, whenever you decide to sell, will go back into a fund that will help new home buyers, which is awesome. It's
Mm-hmm.
like kind of pay it forward thing. Very
Exactly.
cool. Um, okay. Well, I think that explains it in detail. Like I said, I just, wanted to make a video to explain to people in a long form format kind of what the program is, how to
Mm-hmm.
qualify, who would qualify, and, how to get started in the process. Uh, and we talked about the positives, and we talked a little bit about the negatives. I don't, it's not really much. So how can people get a hold of you?
Sure, you can reach me. My website is jodycanfield.com. It's pretty easy. Or you can reach me on at 562-378-0126. Otherwise, message me on whatever platform you guys are on. And then, of course, you can always reach me through Ryan. I think the first step really is, if this is something that you're interested in, is reach out to professionals that are interested in educating you on what the process is, much like Ryan is doing now.
Yeah, totally. And we're here to help. This is not, I'm not selling anything. I have nothing to sell. I just really want to get the information out there, and I want people to be knowledgeable about this, because I think it could be something that first-time home buyers could really benefit from.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people out there on social media and talking about this program, but nobody's really going into detail. And it could be because maybe they don't know, maybe they're not working with an experienced lender such as yourself, or maybe they just don't want to. Whatever the case is, I just saw a need to make a long form video about this. And so feel free to reach out to me or Jody if you have any questions. And I think that wraps it up, Jody, unless you have anything else.
I think that's it. Thank you so much,
All right.
Ryan, for allowing me to come on and talk to your clients.
Yeah, no, this has been great. And I really appreciate it. And we'll do this again soon.
All right, sounds good.
All right. All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.